I'm now with Fitzpatrick and Partners for more than 4 years. It's a great office to be in. I would probably say that being a carpenter by trade definitely gives you an advantage in looking at architecture, not just in a 2D approach. I really think here at F&P we sort of have a lot of expertise that we really know how you put a building together with all sorts of different materials. I think timber is the most natural material I think you can work with mainly in the architect or in the building industry. I experienced sort of always firsthand being on site when you actually take your tools and you cut through timber. All of a sudden you experience the whole sort of depth of the material. It's the smell, it's the surface, how when you touch it, when you sand it, just the finishing is just, I think there's no other material which has this whole sort of array of potential positive effects. It has a different feel when you are in a timber building, definitely. And so for me it made perfect sense to really try to push the timber element within architecture, because it's one of my favorite materials. You know, we have the concrete and we have the steel, and that's pretty much it. And all the builders know it, all the QSs know it. What we really find is that we need to convince the building industry and we need to convince the QSs. And we are at the moment sort of, I would say, just below boiling point in order to get there. We already have the solutions. It's now really just to get the builder convinced and have the QS convinced as well that you don't need to put this additional sort of security margin on top of each cost plan. You have the CRT, the LVL, the glue lamps, all the sort of different types of timber, or just saw cut timber being the array of materials. I think the one-stop shop where you go and you get a lot of information is really going to Wood Solutions webpage, where you can look at all the different types of timber. You can look at how do they behave in different situations, environments, and then as well get all the technical data for span, for sizes, and then where you actually get access to it, where can you purchase it. So I would definitely recommend going to that page.